Okay, hello Benjamin. Thanks for coming today. My name is Alexius. I'm your career coach for this season, and thank you for signing up to the program. And I'm also glad to hear that you are trying to take control of your career trajectory. So before we start, maybe I just give you some ground rules so that we both understand the expectations. I am your career
Okay, sure.
coach, and my job is to help you figure out how you want to take your career forward. And we can talk, and I have to make a bit clear that I really can't tell you what to do. I just hope to give you some pointers and some ideas on how to figure out your direction for your own career. And at any given time, uh, if you feel uncomfortable or if you don't wish to proceed, you can just let me know. So, with this so far, are you okay to proceed?
Yes, sure.
Okay, very good. So, maybe I can invite you to share a bit about yourself and your situation.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think the biggest concern I have right now is that yeah, I think I've been working quite hard but I don't seem to be recognized for this at work. So yeah, I joined the organization about 5.5 years ago. Um, yeah, I tried to fulfill all the requests duties assigned to me. I think I've done them fairly okay, but yeah, does not seem to be uh, yeah, recognized by my bosses lah. So no promotion, and yeah, things are stagnating lah, as I see it. So just wanted to seek your advice on yeah what else I could do, or maybe I'm not seeing clearly from my end lah. So would like to seek your guidance on this. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for sharing. Let me just confirm and clarify so that I understand your situation. You're being very honest, and you're telling me about what you have been doing for the past, what was it, 5 years, and you seem to be a bit frustrated that things are not going as you planned, and you also mentioned promotion. Maybe I can ask you to share a bit more about how your organization uh, does its. How do you think your organization performs its appraisal, and like, for example, as best you know, how and when and who do they promote, for example?
Um, well, I honestly I didn't put too much thought into this. I just assumed that there's work that is assigned to me. I just do it to the best of my abilities. Um, and then yeah lah, bosses will take note and decide on promotions accordingly. But yeah, I guess that's not always the case, as I've come to realize. But I'm sure there are other considerations. I've been told that I need to um, have more pieces of work. But I mean, the nature of my work is that one piece takes such a long time to complete, like long gestation period. So I don't know. It's quite hard to base it just based on number of projects per se. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my view. Yeah.
Okay, so I hear you, and I sort of understand that you may not have gone to find out, like, formally what is the appraisal process and all those sort of things. Would when you've been here 5 years, um, would you have had an opportunity to speak to your supervisor or any of your bosses about these issues? Have you considered just collecting more information?
Uh, yeah, I guess that's a little bit lacking on my part because I don't want to be seen as a complainer. So yeah, but I guess I've been not clarifying things with my supervisors as well lah. So yeah, perhaps that's what I should be doing the next step.
Okay, so it's good to hear that you have at least, for a start, um, decided upon a first step. But we will come back to that in a little while. But overall, can you say a bit more about this job that you're doing? Whether not so much about the job itself, but how do you feel when you are at work? Are you satisfied? Do you worry about money? Do you worry about your teammates? Or are you generally happy? I mean, you can share whatever you like about the job itself.
Yeah, I think I like the job. It's enjoyable. Um, I like my supervisors. Um, Definitely my colleagues are a big bonus in this job. So I'm actually quite happy, which is why perhaps in the earlier years I wasn't so um, urgently. I wasn't seeing this as such a big problem lah. But now that it's hit 5 years, I've realized that I can be happy at a job, but there are other concerns as well, like you pointed out. So yeah, financial concerns for sure. And also, a stagnant career is something to worry about. So I have to balance the aspects that I like and also the reality of my situation. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to hear. It's something maybe we want to offer to you to keep at the back of your mind all the time. And it's good that we are touching upon something known as life cycle. You set yourself like 5 years, and now you are reflecting upon where you are today as opposed to the first day that you've joined. So it's very good that you are looking at your whole life cycle, career life cycle in this regard. So okay, that's good to hear. Let's decide, not decide. Let's discuss how maybe you can take the first step to discuss your career life cycle with your supervisors. Let's think about. Let me ask you to think about how you might approach your supervisor, given that it sounds like you may not have had a serious discussion with your supervisor in the previous years. How do you think you would like to proceed? And maybe here we can talk about some strategies that you can use and some preparation tools that you can activate when it's time.
So, honestly, I've not done this before. Um, so haven't really put much thought into this. But I guess I could schedule a meeting with my supervisor first and let him know in advance roughly what I want to talk about. And perhaps he will have some pointers on what I could prepare for the meeting. And so I don't know. As a first meeting, I think I'm really quite open to see how this goes. So I think just schedule that meeting first and see what he has to say. Yeah.
Right, that's very good to hear. You have said that you want to take that next step, you want to schedule that next meeting. Maybe you want to think about, do you yourself need to do you think you need to do some preparation before you approach that meeting with your supervisor, in that, um, maybe how you want to put things forward, and and like, to be a bit clear to him or her, what do you expect from that meeting?
What do I expect
I
from
mean,
the meeting?
even
Yeah.
the subject matter of the email matter, will have an effect. You know, if you want
Uh,
to send an email to your supervisor, say, I want to have I want to have a meeting with you. That even the subject
mm,
matter could affect things. So, have you
okay.
have you thought about how you even want to trigger that meeting in the first place?
Uh, I guess I could pair it up with the annual appraisal meetings, and yeah, just um, suggest a discussion on, the what's my trajectory, what's lacking, what am I lacking, what else should I be doing, and yeah, what's the prospects for promotion, if any, and I don't know, and um, should I be looking elsewhere as well? Um, yeah, so I guess in the next few years, I would like to have some clarity lah, or on the above matters. Yeah.
Okay, okay, I hear you. You you have mentioned that you can use the annual appraisal as an opportunity to speak. Um, and the other thing that you mentioned, maybe we want to touch a little bit more about that as well, is, should you be even considering moving to another place, maybe within the organization or outside the organization. But let's put that aside for the time being, and let's go back to
Mm.
the appraisal. A bit interesting. You tell me that there is an annual appraisal, but it appears that you may not have discussed progression as a topic during your appraisal. Can you share a bit more about what has gone on in your past 3 or 4 previous appraisals that you've had, that your annual appraisals?
Yes, I just was. Yeah, I don't think I've raised this as a serious concern before, other than just comments on, um, yeah, that I would like, um,
So you mean
on how
during
I
the
could
appraisals
promote the.
they were just talking about your work,
Mm,
and how to do your work better,
yeah,
and so very very task oriented.
yeah. I mean, to me, that was my way of improving myself, to see how I can improve myself to be in the contention for promotion. So I assume that the supervisors, bosses would then decide. So for me, what I can control is my output and quality of work. So that was what I was more concerned about. Yeah, what I
Okay.
could control.
Okay. That sounds good. That sounds good. So, uh, I mean, today is the first time you're hearing me suggest this, but how do you think you will approach this year's appraisal slightly differently, given that you seem to want, you have more expectations this time? How do you think you're going to, how do you think you're going to approach this appraisal meeting?
Yeah, I guess I would like to hear more from my bosses on Yeah, the views on really the reasons on why I have not been promoted. So, I mean, the standard ones are uh, not enough uh, projects or something like that. But yeah, maybe I would like a clearer explanation uh, on my near-term prospects for promotion. Yeah, so I guess that would be top on the list for this year. Yeah, specific issue of promotion.
Okay, that's good to hear, and it does sound like when you say you're going to specifically raise the issue of promotion to your supervisors, that you have a goal and a plan. So the short and simple advice that I'll give you right now is to think about the goal and the plan as you approach this particular appraisal meeting. Right? You can't go in blind, and you need to prepare what you want to say, how you want to put it across, and be prepared for feedback and how they see you. I think so. That's going to be a bit something that you yourself need to prepare for.
Okay.
Okay, so the other thing that you mentioned just now is the possibility of moving on to something else. Can you share a bit more about why that has crossed your mind?
I think the main reason is that because in my organization, we do get posted around for junior officers about 3 to 5 years. So now that I'm at my 5-year mark, and I've been raised for this posting cycle by HR. So I think I do need to consider this option as well. And also, it seems like the current department I'm in might be looking to hire new officers as well. So I'm not sure when would be the time where they would want to replace me lah. So if that's the case, then I will also need to search early rather than getting caught off guard. So yeah, these two reasons.
Okay, that what I hear from you sounds a bit worrying, and that I don't know, you sound like you're suggesting that maybe suddenly you'll be told you're no longer wanted.
That might be the case. I'm not sure, so I guess I'll have to discuss that as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. To again, you need to prepare how you are going to approach this subject with your supervisor. You don't want to sound too aggressive as well. But okay, more. My job is to help you in the possibility that you wish to do a switch. So how would you go about? How do you think you will go about looking for something else to do? I mean, like, what might you want to do?
So I think two ways to go about it. One is to get into the posting cycle, and then only then can I see the available other opportunities there. Secondly is to ask around for certain posts that might be interesting. Yeah, so two ways. Yeah.
Okay, the ask around one sounds good, because at least I guess you will be asking about certain positions that maybe you are more interested in. But the first one sounds like that you might not even have a plan and you just see what's in the what's available at that given time. How would you go about deciding upon that point? Sounds a bit dangerous to me.
Agree.
So maybe we can consider you reflecting upon your interests, your experience, maybe even your personality, to figure out maybe how you want to be a bit more systematic in finding, if we go down this route, in finding a next job for yourself. Does that sound okay with you?
Yeah, that does sound much more sensible.
Okay, so I think we've had a very good discussion today, and I am happy to hear that you have at least tacitly agreed to certain baby steps, small goals that you can achieve. So if I can just recap, the first goal that we want, that I think you have said you want to do, is that for this current position, the one that you've done for 5 years, you do want to have a more in-depth discussion with your supervisor as to what's been going on and how they see you and they see your role, and you then are in a better position to decide what you will do. So that's the first goal that you have said you want to achieve.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the second goal that you mentioned, possible goal, I suppose that comes out of the first goal, which is, should you move? And for that, we would like to suggest to you to maybe undertake some career assessment tools that will help you figure out what your interests are, what your skills are, adding in your experience. So we can offer to you some homework, if you don't mind. You do some online assessment tools that will alert you to realities of what's available out there, your interests, and your aspirations, and so on and so forth. Just do some self-assessment tools, and hopefully that will enlighten you as to who you are, where you are in this current life cycle, right? So it's a little bit of homework, but it's all online, and you can do that. And if you wish, we can follow up with an additional coaching session to discuss what you have found about yourself, right? And the last goal is to really tell yourself that in the end, your career depends on you, not so much on your supervisors, not so much on your bosses. You have to take hold of your own career. Sometimes it does seem like you need to tell them to notice you. It does seem like that, from what I hear. So I want you to keep that in the back of your mind, and maybe this is a way we can move forward. So maybe I can hear from you your own summation and your own self-evaluation of what you have learned today and how you intend to proceed.
Yeah, I think it was really useful hearing from your side. What else I should be doing. So also to have a clear plan, both scheduling this session with my supervisor, and also pre-planning what I should be discussing and also to be ready lah for any of the feedback that, that they'll be giving me lah. Well, I thought that was useful lah, to have goals on how to proceed further, and also to to very clearly let them know lah, that these are my concerns, because if it's something that I'm concerned about, I should be the one taking action lah, not my supervisors. So I found these points really useful. Yeah.
All right, good to hear that you have a plan. You have a broader plan and several intermediate plans, baby steps as to how you're going to proceed. As I said to you, after today's session, I can email to you a set of links to at least do the interest assessment. It will assess your interests, your personal interests, your values. Also can also do some kind of career assessment based on your experience. And when you do all of that, I mean, they may not be fully accurate, but they will at least allow you to reflect upon who you are, where you are right now, and hopefully where you will go, where you hope to go in the future. So before we end, do you have any questions that you want to clarify with me?
Nope. All good for now. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. I will be following up with an email, and
Okay.
I wish you all the best. And again, as I said, we are open to having a follow-up session if you so wish lah.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Thank you very
for your
much.
time. Bye bye.
Good luck.